Guys, welcome back in School Detention here on 90.3 WRLR. You listen to Devonn
and Pierce.
How you doing today, Brody?
We're doing good.
I feel you. I'm really rocking with that Wolves jersey you got on.
Thanks, man.
That's hard. That's hard. Being a Chicago Bulls fan, that means a lot to see a D Rose Wolves jersey. I really like that.
I mean, I've been a supporter from day one with Derrick Rose, even when, the bad times were going around, but everyone was leaving his side and all that stuff. I was stuck with it,
Right.
So I eventually want to get all the jerseys, New York, Cleveland, all that. So, and hopefully his Chicago one when he returns at sometime in his career.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm always been a huge supporter.
100%. I don't want to see him come back to the Bulls now because I want D Rose to get a ring.
Yeah, I don't want to see him come back right now. If anything, the only reason I want him to come back to the Bulls so soon is if he would have come back, and we actually had a chance to get to the finals. But the way the Raptors are playing, and if Kawhi stays in the East, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to see the finals anytime soon, but I definitely want to see him get a ring before anything.
Me too, 100%. So, all right, guys, if you're a new listener, if you're a new listener, one thing, it's a big rule in our show. We don't talk about anything negative, no gossip lines, nothing like that. We do our best to stay away from it because there's a place for that, but we're not going to create that place here. That's everywhere else that you hear any news, media, open forum discussion. You always hear that everywhere else. You're not going to hear that here. We talk about positive news and great talking points. So with that being said, first thing we're going to start off with, our first notch on positive news is I'm going to get a big shout out. From what I've heard, Walmart is giving free ACT and SAT prep to their student workers, which I think is dope.
Yeah, that's really cool. Giving them a chance to kind of do better in life, especially helping the younger kids. Because a lot of teenagers work at Walmart, so why not try to help your employees as best as possible?
100%.
And it's really dope that they're doing that.
Especially being one of the richest companies on the planet, and you're giving back, and that's the main thing for me. It could be ACT prep, it could be something else, but my biggest thing for me is that you're giving back to the community because you have the privilege to, and I think that's dope. So next thing we got, so as a kid, you're always adventurous. We always wanted to go places. We can't ask our parents to take us everywhere. We obviously can't drive, so how do we get around? We rode bikes. With that being said, I want to give a big shout out to the man named Mike. I'm gonna say this wrong. Mike Tan Tu Win of Singapore. Is that I say that right?
I don't know. I mean, that looks right. That sounds right.
Mike Tan Tu Win of Singapore, who purchased 10,000 bikes from a closed-down rideshare company and gave them to children all around Singapore. I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I heard about that on the internet earlier, a couple days ago. That's awesome that he did that. I mean, you're just doing what needs to be done. For children, especially children that don't have a lot, and you're doing something. Even if you don't have a lot of money, you're going to do what you can to give back to the community. And it's awesome that he did that. You never know whose lives he's changed with that one bike. Now they can go travel to a job or travel to school or travel wherever, and change their life forever. So big shout out to that guy, Mike. I'm not going to say the whole name. Big shout out to Mike, though, for just, bringing a ray of sunshine into these kids' lives.
Yeah, 100%. That small act of kindness could have changed the world forever. Because that one kid may have needed a bike to go to the library to study and become the greatest engineer on the planet and create something that's going to save us all one day, or something like that. You really never know. Last thing, on a very personal, I want to give a big shout out to our boy Justin. I forgot to send the link. He got married on Saturday.
Shout out to Justin.
Big shout out to Justin and Anna. That was I really like going to weddings because
it was fun.
There's no bad vibes. Like, you're literally there just to have fun. There's nothing. I personally don't drink. Other people, I ain't gonna name no names, got kind of litty. I was chilling though, completely chilling.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun time. Everyone's there to have fun. It's a time of celebration.
Yeah.
So I always enjoy going. I don't go to a lot of them. I'm sure I will in the years coming when everyone starts getting older. You know what I'm saying? But whenever I do have a chance to go, I usually try to take that opportunity because it's always a fun time.
Yeah.
Always a fun time.
Yeah. It's crazy to see our childhood friend get married. Like, he's a full grown up now.
Yeah, man. It's weird. He's not the first one of my friends to get married, and he's not even the youngest one to get married either. It's just nuts though, seeing it's just crazy in general seeing your friends grow up. Because sometimes I feel like I still kind of think of ourselves as like kids, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you have a whole baby, you have a family, you're getting married, you're doing, it's like, oh man, like I forgot where 22, 3, 4, 5 years old. Like, we're not children anymore, so it is kind of surreal to see us growing up, because, you know, you got to kind of change your mindset a little bit. Like, man, we're not children anymore. We're not the same kids that would knock on each other's doors. You know, you try to play basketball, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. Like, we have jobs, you know, we have lives, families that we got to take care of. It's crazy, man. It's awesome to see, but it's just like,
it comes at you fast, man.
Super fast. Too fast.
Too fast. Yeah, I'm going to be 23 in 3 months. 2 months. That's nuts.
I'm already 23.
I know. It's crazy, man. We gotta, as we get older, we learn to shake the habits that we had as kids, but, you know, and this also segues into our next point, one of the talking points today, is, you know, becoming an adult, but a lot of us still live with our parents, which is perfectly normal. But, you know, for me, the transition of becoming a kid, a teenager, to becoming an adult and my own man, still living under my parents' roof, is weird for me, because I'm so used to following what they say to a T, following their rules step by step by step, only thinking, well, what will my mom say, what will my dad say? Now that I'm becoming my own person, and I'm doing what I want to do, it's different to be at home. It's like that conflict. I almost feel like I'm rebelling against them. In reality, I'm just trying to establish myself.
Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. I think it's different for each individual family. You know, I live with my mom still, you know, but she lets me be my own man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, like, you know, she's gonna ask me to do some work around the house, but yeah, no problem. I'm not gonna be like, no, you know, but she lets me make the decisions for myself when it comes to my life. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, if it's affecting her too, she'll have a say in it, and I'll definitely take, you know, whatever she says to heart. But she definitely lets me, you know, make my own decisions, and, you know, encourages me to, you know, be independent, this and that. She knows I want to move out, you know, she's encouraging on that, and I definitely do want to move out eventually, you know, but she's also not the one to push me out either, so you need to leave now, blah, 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 right. You know, she's let me grow at my own pace, and I do really appreciate that. But there are some parents that, no matter how old you are, you can be 30 years old living in their house, they're still going to treat you like you're 15, 16, you know, and their whole mindset is, well, if you're living in our house, you're going to follow our rules, and you can't do this, you can't do that, can't do this, can't do that. It's just like, you're not even treating me like an adult, and I'm a whole adult. And I think that's where the rebellion comes from, and the clashes, is because you feel one way, you know, you feel like you can handle your life somewhat, but they have raised you up until that point, and you're still under their roof, so they're like, okay, well, you haven't left yet, you know, like, you still must need something, and guidance, this and that, so this is what I'm gonna do for you, you know. Yeah. So I mean, it just depends on if the parents let the child kind of start being more independent the older they get, you know. Yeah. And if they try to keep them under that roof and still say, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, then it's like, okay, why are you treating me like I'm a little kid? Right. You know? So I know I have friends who are in that situation, and it really, I don't know, it sucks to see that, you know. It really does suck to see it, because then, you know, your family relationship kind of gets stressed. Yeah. You know, and that's not always a good thing.
Not even a little bit. So you know, as I've gotten good, definitely let me spread my wings more. You know, I voice my opinion more about things in the house. There'll be times she'd be like, all right, you feeling yourself a little too much. Come down a step, and I'd be like, all right, my bad. But other than that, it's just the communication. Our conversations have changed, things that I may want to talk about, things I may not want to do, feedback. It's different. It has its ups and has its downs like any relationship. But the relationship between a parent and a child is so important. Not even the child, even through adulthood, because you raise your kids for life, not even when they turn 18.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're always your child, regardless. You can be 80 years old, you know, they're still your 50-year-old child. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're never gonna, at least I don't have a kid, but like from what I've been told, you know, like you're always their little boy or little girl in their eyes, you know. Like, obviously you grow up, but to them you probably are still that 6-year-old kid that, you know, is coming home crying because they fell down, you know what I'm saying? Like, they still see that when they look at you, so of course they're gonna want to protect you and make sure you're just making the right decisions in life. And sometimes if they see you make a decision and they think that's the wrong decision for you, they're gonna say something about it, you know. But you always gotta understand, it's just coming from a place of love. Like, they're not purposely trying to control you just to control you. You know, it's always a good meaning behind it, you know. And sometimes I feel like as young adults, we kind of sometimes fail to see that. We always just think, oh, they just won't leave me alone. But it's just like, well, you know, you gotta understand, like, they just want to make sure you're doing what's best for you and what they think is best for you, because they don't always know that. Obviously, you are living your own life, so you may be making a decision that you know is right, but to them, because they just don't know the details, you know, they're gonna be like, oh, that's wrong. And then that's where that communication has to come in. You just gotta tell them, like, well, I'm making decisions because of that, and because of this, and because of that, you know? So, yeah, I mean, it just really comes down to communication and understanding of you're still their child, you're still their little boy or girl, and they're always going to want to take care of you. So sometimes the way they're acting is not in a way of you know, you're still a kid. It's just, I just want to make sure you're doing it, you know, trying to be the best person you can be, the best person I know you can be. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you just gotta understand that, remember that.
Yeah, I had to see that personally. Just being transparent with you guys, I had to actually understand that she, primarily speaking of my mom, is just really trying to help me. There'll be a lot of things I want to do this. So what do you think about this, and that? Then like, no, I didn't. Okay, then I gotta start, 10 steps back. Okay, did you think about this, and this? Okay, no, I didn't. But I get it. It comes from a place of love. Nobody wants to spite me. My mom wants me to move out. They say it at least twice a week. And I want to move out too.
Yeah.
But I had to learn that everything that they see, even though it's a pushback against what I personally want to do, they're only saying it's because they make sure I'm checking off all my boxes. I'm not doing anything stupid in my life.
Yeah.
And that they really just want the best for me 1,000%. So, man, as I've gotten older, I've learned a lot of different things, specifically just about relationships in general. We typically, when we think of the term relationship, we think of romantic, but everybody has a relationship. I mean, you have a relationship, you and your mother were friends. A relationship is just the base word. It's like the root of the tree. However that tree gonna go is up to the two people inside a relationship.
Right.
And I think that as time gets older, as we get older and time goes on, that the relationship with our parents is gonna change. And I think it can either go up or go down from there, because you're gonna voice your opinions more. It all depends on how you deal with it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Moving on from that. Next thing I want to talk about is DJ Khaled. Now, I'm sure as you've seen, he's been really making a fit about the fact he didn't get the #1 album on Billboard. So in fact that he's actually suing Billboard.
I heard about that. What are you suing for? What's the case?
He's suing because his album it was sent in a package deal. If someone purchased a drink, then from that point it became a package deal. You would download the album.
What drink?
You got me.
What was it? Does he promote something?
I haven't seen him promote anything.
I don't know. I'm sure he has something.
Correct, but he is suing them because of that, and he's saying that they didn't count those streams in there, and that's the reason why he didn't get the #1 album. And he says that he also is on record on the video saying that that pretty much that that we're promoting music that we can't hear, quote unquote, which I don't understand because I don't know how you can't hear music.
He was talking about Tyler the Creator's album.
Yeah, he was talking about Igor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know how you can't hear music. I mean, you hear the beat.
I think he was talking about, because I saw a clip of him saying, like, when I'm in my car and I'm driving down the street, I hear it in the car in front of me, I hear it in the stores, I hear it in this, I hear it in that, So I think when he's talking about hearing, like, an album, he's talking about, like, you hear it everywhere. And I guess he was trying to claim that you hear his album everywhere, in the club, in the grocery store, in the house, in the daycare, everywhere you're gonna hear it, I mean, maybe, I don't know, but I haven't really been hearing it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really even been checking for it. Like, once when it came out, I listened to it, I was like, all right, cool. And then I moved on. Like, there wasn't really anything that maybe, like, brought me back to it. You know what I'm saying? But I downloaded Tyler's album, and there's plenty of songs that I actually really rock with on the album. So
fire.
It's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, for me, DJ Khaled, like, a lot of his albums I've never really loved. You feel me? I feel like, realistically, they probably really only go #1s because the features that he has on them. Because he has a stupid amount of features, and he has Justin Bieber, Chance the Rapper, Lil Wayne, there's all these people that they have a lot of fans, so when, the album comes out, they're like, oh, Justin Bieber, Lil Wayne, Chance, and they're all in one song, I want to hear that, boom, and they listen to it, boom, 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 and, then it goes #1. But I'm not, I'm not going to sit here and say it's a good album. I don't know the last time he's had, like, a good album, like a great album, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just really don't know. So, I honestly wasn't surprised that it didn't go #1, but I'm surprised that he's making such a fit about it, to be honest. It's kind of funny. I don't even see the big deal about going #1. Like, only one person can go #1, you know what I'm saying? But one person, and it's usually a popularity contest. I guarantee there's probably an album that came out that same day that's better than Tyler's. But it's just because that artist is lesser known. Like, it's not gonna go #1. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, are you still gonna get mad at Tyler the Creator for going #1? It's like, bro, like, you're just not as well known. That doesn't mean that your album's not good. If you're basing how good your album is off of what number it goes on Billboard. It's like, bro, like you're focusing on the wrong things. Look at the fan reactions. Look at how long it took you to make it. Look at the artistry behind it. Don't look at the numbers. Because numbers do not always tell the full story. I mean, and that's pretty obvious now. You got people breaking streaming records every other week.
Every time.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not a big deal. Like when I see that, so and so broke a streaming record, I'm like, all right, that's not big news. Like it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
it just seems like everybody goes number one, and that's the part that's kind of annoying. Like it's cool. I don't hate on the success. It's fine if they go number one. But personally, I'm a little surprised he didn't go number one because he's DJ Khaled and he is very popular.
Yeah.
However, at the same time, again, we don't, like 5 years ago, going number one had more value to it. Now everybody goes number one. Streaming is so confusing. How do they accredit the streams is wild. So for me personally, I truly don't care. Now from an art standpoint, me personally, I do think Igor is way better than Father of the Side. Father of the Side is okay to me. It's not a bad album. I don't think it's trash. But you look at what Tyler put out. This is my eyes because art is subjective. I definitely think Igor is better. But regardless of the fact that if I'm an artist and I put out an album, I'm not really gonna worry about numbers as much. I'm gonna worry about what the people on my team think of it, what I think of it, and my core fans' reactions.
Yeah.
Because if you try and produce art, produce content for everybody who may ever run into it, you're gonna water it down. It's not gonna be for you. You need to stay true to what you want. Not saying that DJ Khaled didn't do that. I'm not saying that, but if I'm an artist, that's what I'm gonna worry about. I'm not gonna hate on somebody else's success or be upset because of something.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Like this Father of a Side album didn't really stand out to me from the rest of his albums, and I'm not hating on DJ Khaled because I'm all for his personality, his positivity, his work ethic. Like he seems like a really dope dude to talk to. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm not gonna sit here and lie about the music. Like nothing really jumped out to me. You know what I'm saying? So like I think a lot of people just kind of get that. Because like what's different from this album from last year's album, the album for that? It's just a lot of features. You're getting. It's cool that you can bring these people together and make the music. But then not even every song is like a banger either. Like I don't know. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But what did he go, number 2?
Yeah, well, number 2, which is great.
That's still
which is amazing,
congratulations, bro. Number 2 on Billboard. That's awesome. Like you said, only one person can go number 1. It's only one spot.
Right.
So I mean, if you're really gonna complain about that, like, bro, you look kind of sad doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you were hoping for, and like now you're gonna sit here and say, you think the album was trash now because it didn't go number 1,
right?
Or either he thinks his album is trash, or everybody else's album is trash, and everyone else has the wrong opinion, and his album is the best one, and all these magazines and Billboard and all these streaming services have got it wrong. It's like I don't know about that one. If everyone's saying like it's not number 1, it's probably not number 1.
Right.
But you went number 2.
Which
like that's
great.
Dope. That's super dope. But I mean, it's kind of funny that he's suing now. It's like, bro, just let it. It's like almost like the Nicki Minaj thing where she was freaking out over Travis Scott.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just
chill, bro.
Can you just like, not? Maybe yours isn't as good. Like that happens.
You can't control other people's opinions.
Exactly.
And like how they receive your art.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Travis Scott is, in my opinion, well, no, Nicki Minaj is a bigger fan base. Let me take that back. But I think that Travis Scott's
I don't know, man.
I think so,
bro. I don't know. Like I can't even really talk about it because I really don't know the numbers to it. But I wouldn't be surprised if Travis Scott has a bigger fan base than Nicki Minaj.
I would think so. She just appeals to so many more people.
I don't know. Does she?
I would think so. Travis Scott. Nicki Minaj has fans. She has the casual rap fans. She has fans that are fans because of the pop move that she did a way while ago. Like the boom, 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 boom bass. She has that. She has a lot of other stuff, bro.
But were they fans of like that song, or are they fans of her? Because you can be a fan of a song, but then it's not necessarily. Because how many times have you listened to a song, you're like, oh, this is a hot song. You go to the artist page and you don't like any other song that they have.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Not that that's how what's going on with Nicki Minaj, but like I would argue that Travis Scott might have a bigger fan base than she does. Dude, he is huge. Like, Travis Scott is big.
Monsters.
He's big. So.
100%. 100%. Well, what I'm reading here from OKPlayer.com, and I quote, page 6 reports Billboard agreed it would count downloads from Khaled's energy drink bundle deal, but they later backtracked, arguing that these were anomalies in his figures. Khaled's lawyers reportedly sent a letter to Silvio, I can't say, not say the last name, Protrugalongo, SVP, Senior Vice President of Charts and Data Development at Billboard. So if he was cheated, I understand that. But my thing is, this is just Billboard. Billboard doesn't pay artists. Billboard just records out how you go. I'm getting paid regardless for my artists. I really, like me personally, I'm not gonna care.
I wouldn't trip either, and like the whole energy drink thing, like I've seen his energy drink in stores, and like I don't know if it's like his drink or he's like you know just like the mascot for whatever the case is, but like I can see them not counting it just because it's like, you know, what if someone bought the drink but didn't want the album and now they just haven't, you know what I'm saying? Like they could have got the drink because they wanted the drink, and now all of a sudden you have a DJ Khaled album in your playlist. You're like, I didn't want this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's different. Like if it's bundled with like merch. Because if you're a fan of the person, you're obviously gonna go get the merch. Like you're not just gonna randomly buy that, you know. But I could definitely see people randomly buying the drink, and then you know that's gonna count for an album sale.
Yeah.
It's like what? It's like buying a bottle of water, and it's like that doesn't make any sense. So I can see that they wouldn't count it because it's just like, you know.
So then,
that how do you gauge who really wanted the album and who just wanted the drink?
So then,
you know?
if I go to a gas station, I buy said drink. I'm assuming the digital download is on the can I scan?
I'm assuming, because obviously they can't just go into your phone and put it on there, but maybe that's what it is.
But
I don't know how it
the
works.
can,
I didn't even know he had a bundle deal with the drink.
I didn't know
that was
either.
a thing.
But if I don't scan the can, but I bought the energy drink, does he still get credit for it? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, I don't know, because I guess if you buy the can, then you get it for free, right? Like you get the album for free.
Technically, I guess, but my thing is it gonna? But if I don't scan that QR code and download the album, then doesn't count?
I don't know.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know if it counts.
So I can see how that can get lost in translation, because if I buy an energy drink and I have a time when I buy, I don't scan things. Like I know
I don't scan anything.
I don't.
I really do not scan a thing.
I have a QR code for some stuff, but if I typically like food, McDonald's stuff, I don't scan that stuff. I don't care for it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man.
Slippery road. End of the story is, I think that Igor is way better than Father Basad. But from that, we are going to move on. I hope that all that gets resolved. So, next thing I want to talk about before we go right into the break, Future's new album. How do you feel about it?
I like Future's new album. I mean, it's not my favorite of his, but there are some songs I like. Let me go on there real quick and see which one else I've been feeling. Please Tell Me, I like that a lot. Government Officials, pretty cool. Saint Lucia, I like that one as well. I like Future though, man. I know not everyone likes Future, you know, but again, like if you're going to Future looking for lyricism and consciousness, like you're not gonna get that. Like so don't expect something that you know you're not gonna get and then trash him for not getting. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
right.
Well, of course you're not gonna find that. So I mean, it's all about the mood he sets and just the feeling and stuff like that, you know. So I liked his album. I've been playing it since it came out. I know you're not a fan of it.
I've never really been a fan of Future to begin with. And I used to be that guy that would look for consciousness and what I like to every rapper, even though you cannot do that. Every artist is different and you can enjoy music in different spaces. But I'm just not a fan of the guy. I don't think he sounds good. To me, I mean, I think some songs are good. Like, I like March Madness. I like Mask Off, of course, even though it's older. But that just shows you.
How much have you listened to him? Like, have you gone back and like listened to him other than
the last album, The Wizard, which came out last year. Nah, I didn't like that album.
Have you listened to like what I'm saying? Like, have you gone back?
Nah, I listened to Beast Mode 2. I like one track off of that, but go back.
Some of his mixtapes are pretty fire. Like a lot of his mixtapes are like I heard that after he broke up with Sierra, like he went on a tear.
I hit my funny one. That hurt so much.
Oh my god! But he went on a tear with the mixtapes and everything. But like, what a time to be alive! That was dope. You can't tell me that wasn't cold. I mean, Dirty Sprite 2. That's a classic trap album. Like, that's gonna go down as a classic hip hop album, I think. Just off the influence of that. You know, I mean, his whole sound is stupid influential of today's sound. You know, like I don't know. I like it. I like the beat selections. I like the you know the kind of the weird flows he has. You know, and yeah, sometimes it may be kind of hard to understand what he's saying, but like that's him. That's his sound. You know, you can sit here and say he's like the mumble rappers, but he could have been like an OG mumble rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick commercial break.
I just feel like, you know, not even so much Future, but just music in general. Like, you can like so many different styles of music. You know, like there's reasons why those are popular. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta feel like any less of a hip hop fan because you like a mumble rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's music. Like, there's plenty of music that doesn't even have any words in it that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
so you don't need lyricism and storytelling. Like, you could literally just listen to a beat. You could listen to a track. You listen to a violin play. You know what I'm saying? So like, you could find joy in any type of music. But if you make yourself hate it, then of course you're not gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? And of course you're not gonna like every single genre out there. You're not gonna like every single rapper, every single artist. But like, you know, at least, you know, I always try to like just sit back and like listen. And be like, there's probably something in here that I can actually really vibe with. And a lot of times I do find things from different artists that I don't listen to all the time, but I can see some where I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I see why people really like that, you know. And I actually, I do like that song and this song too, you know. So like, yeah, I definitely think if you go back and just listen to some of his stuff, you probably find some stuff that you like. I really do.
Most definitely. So I'm gonna have to jump into that. Next thing I want to talk about, and I don't really want to make a big point to say this because I don't like to talk about negativity, but I feel like this needs to be discussed. How much fandom is too much? Because Beyonce's fans are nuts, bro. Like restraining order type stuff. If you guys haven't heard the story, Beyonce and Jay-Z were at Game 3. I think it was at the NBA Finals, and they were courtside, of course. And the Warriors owner Joe Lacob, his wife, was talking to Jay-Z. He was like, okay, you ever sit tight? If you guys have seen the picture, you're sitting in the arena seat, so they're packed close together. She's reaching across Beyonce, leaning across to talk to Jay-Z. And I guess they assumed she was annoying because of the face that she made, whatever. They went and completely slandered this lady on Twitter. Said, you better back up off the Queen Bee before we come get you, and yada, yada, yada. That's why your breath stink. Oh, and they start saying racial slurs, like, oh, white women always trying to do such and such. Like, yo, chill. So, my question for this talking point is, how much fandom is too fandom, and where does the line draw?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Beyonce's fans are low-key nuts. I mean, there's plenty of them. There's so many fandoms out there.
Yeah.
I mean, Nicki Minaj fans are crazy.
Ridiculous, so dumb.
Chris Brown fans are crazy. Any popular artist, Drake fans, you say they're crazy. Any popular artist gonna have some crazy fans. But obviously, that's not the majority of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, personally, I think it's kind of weird when you're like that obsessed with somebody to where you're gonna go, you know, defend them, you know, on Twitter and stuff like that over a picture.
Yeah.
You know?
And you don't even know how they were feeling.
You don't even know. Like, they could all literally be friends, you know? Yeah. And it was just, her face just looked like that at the moment. And, you know, she had no, you know, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to see some, like, of these artists. I feel like some have, I don't know names, so I can't really name them specifically, but, like, if they do notice, like, some of their fans are kind of, like, low-key nuts, like, be like, yo, like, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a fan of me, but, like, you don't need to be obsessed, you know? And I feel sometimes these people are obsessed and start, you know, creating, like, false lives in their head of them and this artist, and it's just, like, you gotta understand that, like, they're making, like, you could be a fan of them, but not, like, they don't know who you are, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't have that type of connection with them, you feel me? Like, they're their own person. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to defend your next door neighbor as hard like that, then you shouldn't be defending someone that you literally have no idea who they are at all, and you just listen to the music. You feel me? Like, it's like, I feel like sometimes people just kind of go overboard when it comes to how they treat celebrities, you know, and you know, like, they always come to their aid, and, you know, they're always trying to defend them, and this and that, and it's just like, yo, like, be your own person, you know? Like, I feel like a lot of times these people try to, like, live through the celebrities and, you know, like, revolve their lives around that, you know, and get involved in the drama, and, you know, and just all that stuff, and it's just, like, that's so draining. Like, I can't see how you can just live your life like that, you know? And I wish some artists, and again, I'm sure some have, I don't know, but tell them, like, please don't, you know, make me out like I'm some type of god, because I'm really not. You just like the music I
They treat Beyonce like she is just God.
Yeah, and it's just like, I'm looking at them like, you're crazy. Like, you're really crazy. Like, she could be a horrible person in real life, but just makes good music. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know. So you're just you're literally making her seem like she's the best person ever, a saint. And you don't even know that. You literally don't even know the woman. You don't know her at all, other than what she says in her music. You feel me? So, like, you can't really sit here and act like you're best friends, like you're day ones, because you're not. And but that goes for all types of fandoms, you know. Like I was saying, like, Nicki Minaj, Chris Brown, Drake. I mean, everybody has them. You know, J. Cole has them. Kanye has them. They all have them, you know. And that's not the majority of fans, but it's just, it takes a couple loud, bad ones to make the whole group look, you know, horrible. So one, you kind of gotta understand that it's like not everyone's like that, but at the same time, it's like the ones that are, it's like, you know, look at yourself. Look at how you're acting over a picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're coming at a girl for no reason, like literally no reason at all. You have no idea what happened in that situation at all, and you're already saying all types of crazy stuff. I don't know, bro. Like, it's like a disease almost.
My thing is, you're acting like this over someone that you're never going to meet. Probably never, ever gonna meet Beyonce. You're acting so crazy for a situation that you don't understand. Like, to me, I think these people really need help. Like, for you to sit here and really attack this person's character. People, we're so used to social media, we don't actually understand the power of words because there's so much information being thrown at us and so much information being thrown out. People actually understand that you're saying these terrible things that one they would never, ever in their life ever say in person.
Never say.
So when you sit here and you act all tough behind a keyboard with someone that doesn't even know who you are, if you were there and you're still acting this way, they probably won't even talk to you, is nuts to me. And you're treating this person like crap. Like, this lady, first of all, this lady probably don't even care. She's a billionaire.
Yeah, she's probably not tripping.
But
they probably all went out for drinks after the game.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you bugging. You know, and to your credit, you made a point that said you wish that some people would come out and tell their fans to chill out. Beyonce's PR lady, if I remember correctly, actually came out and told them, you know, chill out, spread love and happiness, don't act so
crazy. So she did.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Well, that's good. You know, that's good that she did that. Right?
Yeah.
It'd be nice to hear from Beyonce herself.
It would.
You know, but you know, I guess I'm sure she had a role in that. But I mean, even then, like, the fans don't listen. Like, it's like, even like, I don't know, man. It's just crazy to me how you can be obsessed with a celebrity, so like just obsessed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
with a person.
Right. Like, you can be a fan. Like, I'm a fan of a lot of people. I'm a fan of a lot of artists, sports, you know, athletes, historical figures. I'm a fan, you know. But like, there's a difference between being a fan and then being a stan. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that when you're a stan, it's just like you're literally revolving your life around that person. You know what I'm saying? You're almost trying to act like them, dress like them. You know, that's, you know, you model your personality after them. You know, after their personality. Like, it's like you're almost trying to become that person. Yeah. You know, and it's just weird. It's like, yo, like, be your own person. Like, your own self can be so dope, but you don't even know that because you're so busy trying to be like that and, you know, emulate that person and for whatever reason, I don't really know. I'm assuming, I guess you just think that they're amazing because they're a celebrity, but you also got, I feel like a lot of people just don't realize that all these celebrities, a lot of these people, they're you know, outside life and their personal life, they're not the same person. You know, a lot of these celebrities are putting on a persona, you know, to be more attractive or to get more likes and stuff like that. Like, not all those people. I guarantee Beyonce probably doesn't act like the Beyonce that we see at home. You know what I'm saying? Behind closed doors.
That'd be kind of weird.
That'd be weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be weird. You know, but there's plenty of celebrities out there like that, but the fans only see what they put out there. You know, the character that they're putting out. So they're thinking that's actually how they are and who they are. So they're, you know, falling in love with this person and becoming obsessed with this person. And I guarantee they'd probably be devastated if they found out, like, that they aren't that person 24/7, you know, because it isn't, you know, because you gotta think these people are entertainers, like, you know, they're entertaining us, you know, like, so you gotta look at it as entertainment, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't go to the movies and then walk out and think that's reality. Like, no, you knew that you just walked out of a movie, you just went there to be entertained.
John Wick is real life.
Like, that's what I'm saying, you know, like, come on, like, it's
just crazy, like, and like, to your point, you know, say they find out. They'll be let down if they found out that person that they fantasize about is literally just as human as us. Like, oh my God, Beyonce pours her cereal before her milk. I don't know what to do. Like, bro, chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's stupid stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And honestly, if I was a celebrity if I had a lot of fans, I have fans now. Shout out to you guys. But if I had more fans, I understand why now people don't let anybody see their kids. And they really keep a big boundary.
Bro, people are weird about kids, man.
Ridiculous, bro.
People make Instagrams for their children. Like, I don't want to see your 1-year-old.
Now, honestly,
I don't know. I know some people do it so, like, the kids can go back and, like, see, you know, and that's cool. But you could literally just
post them on
your account. You can make it private. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to have an account for everyone to see. You know what I'm saying? But you got accounts with 1-year-olds that have like 100,000, 200,000 followers. You're like,
it's a kid.
Yo, like, you don't even know this child. Like, this is a random child, and you're following for what? Because she's cute. I don't know. I think it's weird, bro. I really do think it's weird how people get obsessed with the babies, the baby names, with all these celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you don't care about the baby that was just born down the street from you. You're not knocking on their door to go see it. You know, but you're, you know, running to your phone the minute you hear, oh, Kylie's baby pics have, you know, been released. I gotta go see them. It's like, is it even that serious? Like, it's chill out. Like, it's just weird how you're so obsessed with that person's life. You feel me? Like, live your own life. Like, if anything, you could, if you want to live the life that they're having, use it as motivation to get to that level. Don't use it as, you know, you're living through them to just kind of like try to catch some of the residual like feelings of what they're doing. Like, no, like, get motivated and get to that level so you can actually can kick it with them. You know what I'm saying? And get into that social circle. If that's really what you want to do, but don't just try to live through them and just look at their Instagram pages and YouTube and this and that and just be weird. Like, bro, it's weird. I don't know. I feel like I can't really explain it any better than that. Like, it's just weird and creepy, man. Like, if I had fans like that, I'd just tell them, like, yo, like, I'm a normal person, so please don't sit here and make me like I'm some type of god, because I'm really not. I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone, like, just chill out. Just chill out. Enjoy what I'm doing, but don't you know, don't put me on a pedestal.
Right, don't sacrifice yourself in your character, your being, and be so just obsessed.
Obsessed, man.
I think some of it comes from, and not to say everybody, because we're obviously all fans of people, and I don't want to speak for everybody, but I feel like when people have that obsession of fandom, it's because they lack something in their real life.
Yeah. And
they're trying to compensate for it by pouring themselves, whether they know it or not, unconsciously or consciously, by pouring themselves into something that they feel enjoying. So they enjoy it. It's like a drug. Yeah. And I think that, like, because whenever you have a hole in anything, you're going to replace it. A hole in your sink, you're going to replace it. A hole in your tire, you're going to replace it. Same thing with your life. If there's a hole missing in your life, whether it be a social life, a relationship, a job, a hobby, you're going to replace it with something. Some people will replace it with drugs.
Yeah.
Some people will replace it with obsessing over people they're never going to meet. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, use it as motivation, because they're probably they're just living through that person's posts to, you know, because, oh man, I wish I could live a life like that. Well, I can't, but I can follow them who are living that, you know, see how great it is and be happy for them and be mad when they're mad, and you know what I'm saying, like, you know, follow every move that their family makes and follow the mom, the dad, the sister, the brother, you know, like, so I can feel like I'm a part of that, you know, but when you look at your own life, what are you doing, you know, like, how are you bettering your life, you feel me, how are you trying to get to that point? If you really want to live like that, there are ways to get to that level, but you gotta put the work in. You gotta do what you need to do to get to that level. But a lot of these people, I feel like, aren't, and they're just using the social media as a way to kind of live through them, you know. And then 20 years down the road, you know, like when that person's done making music, and they're just trying to live their life, you're like, you come out like, it's like you almost like wake up and you're like, whoa, like, where am I? Like, I haven't done anything with my life. I've been so obsessed with this person here, and now like they're literally disconnected, and they're living their life, enjoying their, you know, family, and I'm over here alone doing this, like, can't even, you know, get a good job. You feel me? Like, get motivated, man. Get motivated and get out there and make some money.
100%. Now, moving on from that, if you guys have not heard, which I'm sure you've heard, there is just tragedy going on in Sudan right now. It's absolutely nuts. And one thing I really want to bring to you guys' attention is that we really have to be grateful for the life that we have here in America. We are able to freely speak on what we want to say. We're allowed to, you know, tweet, say whatever we want, believe in whatever we want. Here in Sudan, the military group, the rapid support forces, are beating protesters. Literally beating protesters who are peacefully protesting outside of the nation's capital. And that is absolutely crazy to me. There have been reports of murder, rape, sexual assault, all kinds of things that are just ridiculously crazy, man. And I just really want to give a big shout out to everyone in Sudan. If you're listening, that would be absolutely nuts. Thank you for that, but, you know, please be safe.
Yeah, man. You know, life in America is pretty sweet. You know, and I feel like a lot of the times we kind of almost make the problems that we do have and we maximize them, so, you know, to feel like, oh man, I hate living in America. But it's like, do you really though? Like, do you really want to live in a third world country? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like you gotta understand, like, we're living the best time. At least, not granted, like, not for everybody, but like, in terms of America, like, this is like the best time. You know, and although it may not seem like it is, and a lot of times doesn't seem like it is because of what we see in the media. And you know, you could always put it back to media, but you know, you gotta understand like they're putting the worst out there. They're not gonna tell you all the great stuff that's happening. You know, so if that's where you get your information from, then yeah, you're probably gonna look at America like, man, this is horrible. Like,
right.
You know, like it was better in the '90s, it was better in the '80s, it was better in the '70s. It's like it really wasn't though. Like you just
Jim Crow's, wow.
Yeah, it was. That's what I'm saying. Like get outside, like go meet people. You know, go talk to people that aren't the same color as you. You know what I'm saying? Go talk to someone that isn't the same sexual orientation as you. You feel me? Go talk to someone that has different experiences as you. And I guarantee you're gonna come back home and be like, man, like my whole perspective has changed now. Like it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Like I didn't, you know, like the way the media has it now, you think you're gonna go outside and you're gonna see the KKK marching down the street, you know, the Black Panthers marching down the street and they about to fight. Like it's not even that serious. Like it really isn't that bad. You feel me? But the media really makes it seem horrible. And when that happens, you got people just thinking that living in America at this point in time is just the worst thing ever.
Really
you know what I'm saying? And granted, like, okay, you might not like the president. No president has 100%, you know, approval rate.
Correct.
Right? That's just facts. You know what I'm saying? So you're never always just gonna like the president. You feel me? But that's just one aspect. There's so many other things that you see on a daily basis and deal with on a daily basis that can be so dope and so great, but people just fail to realize that because they're so focused on the negative that's being pumped into their brains just from the news, what they're watching on TV, you know, just all that stuff. It's like, yo, like, take a step back, put your phone down.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, stop, don't go on social media, don't turn the news on, like, walk outside, you feel me? Like, go read a book, you know, go chill in nature. Go play a sport, you know, like
go drink some water.
Go drink some water.
That's not
real life, bro. Shout out to all the water drinkers out there,
bro. We gotta see
people don't be drinking water. Man, it's gross.
Now they don't. Like I remember, I should have known. I don't even want to give her no clout. You know what I'm talking about when you were with old girl way back when.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, I don't drink water. You don't drink water.
Oh yeah. I mean,
that's me being petty because I don't mess with her. But
I don't know.
I'm gonna let it go.
A lot of people don't drink water.
Which is crazy.
A lot of people don't drink water. They say it's gross.
Ashy.
I'm like, what do you mean?
So
gross?
They're so ashy.
Like literally, like you know,
cracked.
There's so much that water does for you. Like we're literally 70% water.
Ashy.
Like our body is more than 50% water, and you're not gonna drink water. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you're not gonna drink it. Like
right.
you get a headache, drink some water. It's gonna help. It may not take it all away, but it's gonna help. Have stomachache, drink some water.
Yeah.
Thirsty, drink some water. Don't drink some soda because you're just gonna be that much more thirstier. You're gonna start gaining weight. Your skin's gonna be breaking out. You know what I'm saying? Your hair's gonna be all dry. Your nails gonna be nasty. Like, yo, drink some water. Do something good for yourself.
100%. Water is gross. We got way off topic.
I know.
All in all, guys, please send your prayers out to Sudan, and please understand how grateful you have it here in America. Not everyone does understand it, and America's not perfect. Nothing anywhere on this existence is perfect.
No, nowhere is perfect.
But just be grateful for what you have. Please be grateful for what you have. Now, we're going to change it up on our last topic. The NBA Finals. KD is going to play tonight.
I heard.
I personally think that it's going to be his first game back since
May 8th. He hasn't played basketball since May 8th. He practiced yesterday?
Yesterday.
For the first time?
No, he had another practice, but it didn't go so well. So he had a second practice. That was his second practice that went really well. So I don't really know what to expect. He's a scorer. He's the best scorer ever in my opinion. So he's gonna score. But my thing is trying to get back in rhythm into a game like that, playoff game in Toronto. It's gonna be tough. So I'm not gonna be surprised if they lose tonight. But I'm still gonna stick with my prediction. If Golden State won in 7, that'll be absolutely nuts. But
I don't think they're gonna win in 7 personally. Because Toronto's beaten Golden State in the regular season. Like it's not like they haven't faced KD at all. Like they played against KD, they won. I think I know there's no minute restriction on him, but I can't see him playing the full 40 plus. I just can't see it. You know what I'm saying? Because like you're going from not playing to rehabbing to having a practice to having a good practice, and that practice could have been like I don't know how hard they were going. You know what I'm saying? Like I guarantee it wasn't like NBA Finals Game 5 hard. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I mean, so he's gonna come back. I could see him maybe playing 20, 30 minutes, you know, but like I don't know. Unless they need him on the floor, like it's like close game and they need someone, then maybe. But then, you know, you also gotta understand like the rest of the team, like Steph's tired. Like you can see he's
shoulders are carrying him.
Gas. Klay Thompson isn't 100%. the rest of their depth really isn't. They're not a really deep team. You know what I'm saying? Like Toronto's a pretty deep team. Like their players play really well together, and like they all contribute. You know, it's like so KD, even if he does go off, he can't do it by himself. So it's gonna have to be a team effort on Golden State's part. But they just gotta come ready to play. Cause I know Toronto's gonna come ready to play. I know Kawhi's gonna keep gonna do what Kawhi does. You know, Pascal's been playing great. Marcus Gasol's been playing great. Ibaka's been playing great. I mean, Lowry's been playing great. Like, I think Toronto's just really, really hungry to win this championship. I think they deserve it. I would love to see them win a championship. I think it'd be good for basketball. And I'm sure KD's gonna be. Kawhi's gonna be on KD, so KD's gonna have that much more trouble just dealing with Kawhi Leonard. That's because even though obviously KD's 12 feet tall and all that, you know what I'm saying? But Kawhi, he can guard anybody. I mean, when he was on Giannis was not playing like he usually was. Now, obviously, KD and Giannis are the same type of player, but I'm just saying, like, you're going to be affected by that, so we'll just have to see how he kind of comes back into the swing of things. Granted, it's Game 5.
100%. Now, free agent predictions next year. This will be our last point. What do you think?
Oh, man. I don't know. I know this. Apparently, I guess Kyrie's he's, like, really favoring Brooklyn.
Honestly, I'm not going to say I don't care about Kyrie. It's just annoying now.
I don't know.
You were in Cleveland, you made issues about that, you got traded out. Now you went to Boston, there's a bunch of issues. Put the issues out in the media, that's super annoying. Your team lost in 5 games. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals without you a year ago.
Yeah.
And they had to play LeBron, and they did
They almost
beat one. So it really makes me think, like, man, had they played this year and had the same team this year, how well would they have done? You never know. Personally, me, I'm not one big on super teams. I don't think it's smart to bank on where they're going to go to a team, depending if they draft somebody or not. That'd be dumb. And I would never bank my career on a 19-year-old.
Well, I know. There's rumors of Kyrie and KD trying to play together. I don't know if KD's going to go to Brooklyn. I don't know if they can even bring KD to Brooklyn.
They got 2 max spots, yeah.
Okay, so they can bring KD to Brooklyn.
So does Atlanta. They got 2 max spots too.
I don't think anybody's going to go to Atlanta though.
They're not ready.
Not
So, personally, me, free agent wise, I'm gonna go where I can win. I don't wanna play with Kevin Durant. I don't wanna play with Kyrie. I'm saying that, put myself in their shoes. I just don't want to play with the people who I want to be. I would never join. I don't want to join Golden State. I don't want to join OKC. I want to be able to beat the top competition. I'm not just gonna join up and down with everybody else.
Well, you also gotta. I mean, you're talking about if you want to go somewhere where you can win automatically, you gotta not every team, like, you can't just go to Chicago and be like, okay, like, I'm going to go to Chicago because I want to compete. Like, it's a lot tougher than you think it's going to be.
Rebuild, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of teams are rebuilding. A lot of teams just aren't that good, and sometimes you might just have to end up teaming up with people, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm all for, like, competition, you know what I'm saying? And what LeBron did back in what was it, 2010, that isn't as bad as what KD did, because the Heat weren't a good team. Like, they weren't popping whatsoever the year before LeBron went there, and then Dwayne Wade was already there. Chris Bosh came, and then Chris Bosh, unfortunately had a lot of health issues, so he couldn't contribute 100%, But what KD did, that's more like, bro, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? He could have went to any other team and actually competed. You feel me? So I don't know. I don't blame players for teaming up, but I'd much rather see it spread around. But you gotta understand, it depends on what these players are trying to do, what's more important to them.
Yep.
When it rings.
Facts. Now, before we get on, see, one last thing. I'm putting my stake out now. I think LeBron's winning MVP next year. And the reason why I say that is because every LeBron we've got for the past 13 years in our lives watching basketball has literally been deep playoff run.
Now he's full healthy year. Everyone's saying
bro, it's gonna go crazy.
I don't know, bro. I'm sure he's gonna do his thing, but he's getting older, and there's plenty of people in their prime already. Who's to say KD's not gonna go? You know what I'm saying? Who's to say he's not? Who's to say Kawhi isn't gonna? Kawhi is really going on a tear. Who's to say Giannis isn't? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. LeBron could easily do it. He really could, but there's so many other people that can do it too. It's just kind of you're counting everybody else out because he's rested. 100%. Plenty of people get rested. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Where can people find you at, bro?
You can find me on all social media. Just type in my name, Pierce Anderson. I will pop up. I'm usually the first person to pop up all the time.
All right. Instagram at @devonnalan, Twitter at DC615. Thank you everyone on Twitter who listened in. Facebook, Devonn Overstreet. Facebook, In School Detention. YouTube, In School Detention. And of course, you can find me here every Monday here on 90.3 WRLR, 5 to 6 p.m. Thank you guys. Have a great week.